you look at his record, you don't see a lot of violence or anything like that. It's a lot of theft.
So there's a hard question at the center of this hearing. What happens when someone asks the court for family consideration after years of choices that hurt that same family? The defendant wants to attend his son's open house, but Judge Aquilina has his criminal history, the drug use, child support record, all of that right in front of her. Watch where she draws the line with all of that. My name is Dan. This is the Courtroom Files.
All right. Did you need it? Did it with your client?
No.
All right. This is docket 254866FH, 254868FH, and 22227FH, and then 22226FH. I believe those are the 4 cases before this court that we will address today. And this is People of the State of Michigan versus Michael Amory. Counsel, your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Bucks on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Amory in all of these files.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Put your hand down. Have you had enough time to speak to your attorney in regard to all these matters?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you taken any medication yesterday or today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you supposed to be on medication you're not on?
No, besides the Tylenol, I just took the Tylenol, that's it.
Well, okay, but that's not going to interfere in your ability to understand the court or your attorney, that's why I asked.
No, Your Honor.
All right, you feeling okay today? Any sign of fever, COVID, or other illness?
No, ma'am.
All right, very good. Sir, I have a pre-sentence investigation report on 254866FH and 254868FH, where you pled guilty on the first docket to count 1, financial transaction device stealing, retaining without consent, punishable by 4 years, and then second count of that same violation, financial transaction device stealing, retaining without consent, 4 years. And then on the second file, the 4868 is stolen property, receiving and concealing a motor vehicle, punishable by 5 years. Do you recall that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And then on docket, looks like it's 22227FH, you pled to retail fraud, first degree, punishable by 5 years. Do you recall that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. And on behalf of the people, and I do have, let's make a record, I do have the pre-sentence investigation report that has the first 2 files that I mentioned, the 4866 and the 4868. And then there's another PSIR for 22227FH that counsel provided to me because I did not have it. This is an old file. And so we need to go through and update and correct both of these PSIRs. So as to the people, how would you like to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Let's start with the 22-227 matter, and then we'll go to the more recent one.
Is that all right with you, Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. What are the corrections? I do see some that have been made because I did receive a patent from Mr. Goodrich. So he is now 37 years old, and the sentencing date would be today's date, which is June 25th, 2026, and that will have to be made throughout. Additionally, do we need to add correction jail days and range on this or not?
No, Your Honor, because he technically hasn't been held on this case at all in the time being.
All right, thank you very much. And it looks like the under evaluation plan, the age and date of sentencing needs to be corrected in the first paragraph as well as the second one. And then we need to go to the basic information sheet as well. Where that is now, I don't know. It was in a different place a couple of years ago. Let me find it.
I think it's at the end, Your Honor.
There it is. Okay. So then we need to change the sentencing date on the basic information sheet to today. That's on page 1 of it. And it is in the back of this one. They started putting them in the front, so.
Other correction that I think we need to make, Your Honor, is that the attorney at the time was Ronald Berry.
Yes.
Obviously, Mr. Berry is no longer here, so I believe that Mr. Goodrich's name should be put in.
Mr. Berry was there for the plea though, correct?
Correct.
So I'm gonna put him as plea and then Lou Goodrich as the sentencing attorney.
And that issue also comes up in the first paragraph of evaluation plan as well.
Yes, I'm changing that to I'm adding for plea and Lou Goodrich. For sentencing. And then we need to go to the criminal history and instant events and change the sentencing date to today's date, 25 June 26. And then I think on this one, we have everything, unless you want to update family, marriage, appointment, anything like that.
Your Honor, we would ask that it show that he's now employed at C and E Painting.
C and E painting,
Yes.
start date,
When did you start?
About 5 weeks ago.
so what is that,
About
May?
May 1st, roughly.
And that's current,
Yes, ma'am.
and what is your position?
I'm a painter, MSU painter.
And what's the rate of pay?
I made $18 an hour.
Okay,
Your Honor, the one other issue regarding the body of that report is the criminal history between these two documents have several discrepancies between the two. Perhaps the court could adopt the criminal history from the most recent one that we received, numbers 1 through 25.
okay. I will do that, I'm just gonna make a note on here. There's no objection to that?
No objection, Your Honor.
And then offense number 18 of 25 would be the instant offense in the 227 file.
Okay, let me. Okay, so the 18 of 18 is instant offense.
No,
I'm sorry,
there's 25 offenses in the document we haven't got to yet. And 18 of 25 of that group is the instant offense.
I got it, okay. And I'm changing that date to today's date.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a couple offenses in each one that doesn't appear in the other one, so the numbers don't match up. So that's why we're
I'll just
asking
have to figure that out.
the court to just adopt this
Okay.
history of the second one.
Okay. Great, thank you. So. The 23 of 25 also says instant offense, and that would be for today.
That would be on the new.
The new one, so that date also needs to be changed to 25/2. Okay. So I think I got it on the new one.
And then, Your Honor, 21 of 25 is also the other instant offense that we hear for sentencing on today. So that would need to be, the sentencing date would need to be changed on that as well.
Okay, so it says pending, so I'm taking pending to instant offense. And then changing the sentencing date. And I think we've got it all covered in this report. Okay. So are there any other corrections we need?
Not to the body of the 22 matter, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the only thing we would have is the same C and D painting change.
Okay, let me make that in just a moment.
Oh, if we move to the 25 case, in the 25 case, I do have some changes on.
Do you have a point section on looking for it?
They might not because it's an update report, Your Honor. and
Yeah,
typically you don't do
It's
the
not there, so they'll have to combine these reports.
It would be on the cover page.
Oh, on the cover page? Okay, I got you. So, that would be, what did you say, C and
C and E.
E painting? Okay, great. Thank you. Any other corrections?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
On behalf of the people, did you have any other corrections to the body either? Otherwise, let's go to the guidelines.
I just want to make sure I know what PSI we're on. Are we still on the 22 one? Or have we moved to the 25 one?
We're on the 25 one.
Okay, so if we move to the 25, I don't have any more changes to the 22. In the 25, the sentencing date does need to be changed throughout.
I did change that, but then do we need to change any jail credit on that?
Again, Your Honor, there would be no change there. He is currently being held on a driving with license suspended matter in Clinton County, not in Hingham County.
Okay, and then.
So then, yes, no other changes to the body of the report in the 25.
Okay. And what about guidelines?
Yes, Your Honor. So going back to the guidelines of the 22 matter for a moment.
Okay.
And it should already be marked up in your copy, as it is my copy.
Okay.
PRV 7 was scored at 0 points. PRV 7 is subsequent convictions. As he is now pled to these other charges, PRV 7 should be scored at 20 points.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor, but to clarify, I believe Mr. Buxton's referring to the 22 file.
Yes, correct.
That's what I understood.
Yes.
Thank you for clarification. All right, so then that's a total of 75.
75, and then level E, and that would change the guideline range on that case from 9 to 23.
It's still level E? Or did it
It's
go-
level F, Your Honor.
F, that's right, okay. So it goes to 9 to 23?
Correct.
Okay, I'm changing it to that, okay. Yeah.
And then I don't know if we want to make that change then on the PSI update case report for that.
Yes, we have to do that. So I've changed it to the 9 to 23 and the PRV at 75, and we're all consistent. All right, And now, can we move to the other report?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and what are changes, if any, on the guidelines here?
Yes, Your Honor. OV 12 is currently scored at 0 points. However, on both financial transaction device pleas. However, Your Honor, for both of those, that should be scored at 5 points. As there were 2 other financial transaction device stealing / retaining without consent that were dismissed as part of this plea. So OV 12 should be scored at 5 points.
Your Honor,
These two.
Your Honor,
Yes.
yes, I would agree with that for the case, the case with the financial transaction devices, but then leaving it at 0 for the receiving and stealing a stolen car. case.
Correct.
Okay, so then the total would be 11.
Total will be 11, Your Honor,
Does
correct.
it change anything else?
That does change it from a level
1,
1 to 2,
okay,
and that does change the guidelines to 2 to 17 on both. And then no changes to the receiving and concealing motor vehicle.
okay, so let me then change that to basic information sheet, so counts 1 and 2 would be total 11. And then 2 to 17, changes have been made. We need to change that in the, did they do the recommendation narrative? Yes, recommendation narrative would be, for counts 1 and 2 would be 2 to 17, that change has been made.
And then, Your Honor, I
I'm
apologize
sorry.
to go back, but I
The
don't,
range, just a minute, so the range then also. I think it was the range, 217. Okay, I'm sorry, what?
I don't think we changed the guideline scoring and guideline range on the cover sheet of the 22 case. Or I don't know if you have. I'm doing that right
The
now.
guideline range on the, I've changed the guideline, I've changed all, guideline ranges, OBPs, whatever on both, on the basic information sheet of both.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, thank you.
Okay, now are there any other changes?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. And do we have a victim who wishes to address the court on
We do
any of
not.
these files?
We do not, Your Honor.
On behalf of the people, what would you like me to know?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Amory, as you can see, it keeps picking up cases in regards to property theft, both money as well as vehicles. I do believe that the recommendations on all of these cases are appropriate. However, I just want to clarify in regards to restitution. I believe restitution is already all listed in the 22 matter. That being $2,993 with $1,130 going to USA 2GO at 4495 West Holt Road, $1,483 to 7-Eleven at 1977 North Aurelius Road, and $380 to Sparty Liquor at 2005 North Eifert Road. In regards to the new cases, Your Honor, and I will also say in regards to the 226 matter, it looks as if our office did contact the victims in the dismissed case, and there was no provable restitution in those cases, so we would not be requesting restitution in the case that will be dismissed after this sentencing.
Has he violated the Killebrew on this 254866?
He has, Your Honor.
4868, because I'm wondering why, I mean, the agreement was that you go to treatment, but we went in a couple of years from 18 to 25. What are we doing here?
I would agree, Your Honor. He has violated it because he did fail to appear at a previous, I believe he failed to appear. He's picked up additional charges as well, Your Honor. So I do believe he has violated the Killebrew agreement in both cases, Your Honor, at the very least the 22 one. Additionally, Your Honor, so I actually would ask that there be a sentencing within the guidelines, Your Honor, Additionally, looking at these cases, I did have a chance to talk to the victim of the financial transaction device, Miss, one second, I have to pull that up on my computer.
Heather Abood?
No, Your Honor. Kisha Nabel.
Oh, Kisha Nabel, okay,
Yes.
there's two, okay, yeah.
Yes, I had a chance to talk to Kisha Nabel in regards to the restitution. So reviewing the documentation and talking over the case with her, it appears that some of the transactions were returned by the bank. However, a total of $260.70 were not covered and returned by the bank.
So in lieu of the 616.45, it would be 260.77?
Correct, Your Honor.
I take it, Mr. Rivers, you have no objection to that?
We are not objecting to that yet.
Thank you.
However, Your Honor, she has also stated that as a result of finding out that her transaction device was being used at this time, she was actually out of the state and on vacation and had to cancel plans to immediately come back to Michigan in order to handle this situation and get in contact with police. So she would be requesting that money. I do not have that money as of yet, so I'll be requesting that restitution be kept open.
Wait a minute, I guess we do need a restitution hearing on that, because my thought process on that, because I think it's just sadly too common that people use credit cards of others. I've had that happen. I call the bank, they cancel it, it stops it, they do an investigation. I have not changed my work or personal life, traveling across the country from wherever I am to handle it. So can you explain that more? What more did she need to do than report to police and the credit card company?
That's the information that she gave me, Your Honor. Like I said, I would just be asking it to be open at this time for a
Okay.
potential restitution hearing later in the future, so I can get additional information.
Okay, I mean, I don't mind victims getting compensated, that's their right, and I agree with that, but I'm a little concerned about that explanation, so I do need some more details, you can find that out for me.
And I would be, Your Honor. And like I said, I'm not requesting an amount right now. I would be keeping restitution open at this time to have a potential restitution hearing for any additional payments that she may have made as a result of this incident. But as of right now, she would be requesting, and is documented, $260.70.
Thank you. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
And counsel first as to whether or not he's breached this agreement, because we have one file, and I have 4 files, he failed to show. We haven't seen him, there's lots of things going on here, he went from 18 in the one file to now 25. Explain to me why I should honor this agreement, because I do believe, and I don't wanna believe, I wanna know that he violated, and it does appear to me he violated all of his agreements.
Well, Your Honor, regarding the more recent matters, I believe the court did find that he missed the date to do his pre-sentence interview, and that got rescheduled after he was in jail for a couple of days. He got interviewed and was released. Your Honor, he has been at the vast majority of his hearings in matters as these cases have gone along. The reason that plea was negotiated in the first place was due to Mr. Amory having some long-term substance abuse issues. And I think that was the goal, was to address some of those issues. And I think a term of probation would be appropriate for him, because that's, I think, the underlying root of that some time in jail or prison is not going to alleviate. We would just be right back in the same place a couple of years from now if the court wanted to go down that road. I would ask the court to place him on probation, order that he do some type of treatment. He has told me that he has been staying away from drugs for a while now and would like to do outpatient treatment so that he can continue to work his job, because he's had a hard time getting employment over the last several years, and he's recently gotten that painting job. He currently has a driving license suspended matter in Clinton County that has got him incarcerated for a few days here. But I believe he's going to be able to get out of the Clinton County Jail within a day or two, is my understanding. So we would ask the court to, like I said, give him the opportunity on probation. If the court feels he needs long-term residential, he would be willing to do that. Though, like I said, he would certainly prefer to do outpatient so he can continue to keep his job. He has a son that graduated from high school this spring and is going to community college in the fall. And I know he wants to both be able to help financially in that situation, as well as spend some time with him before he goes away. So we were asking the court for that opportunity. I think he could be successful on probation, Your Honor. And like I said, I think that the underlying drug issue is what's been a common thread with a lot of these type of theft offenses. If you look at his record, you don't see a lot of violence or anything like that. It's a lot of theft. So we would ask the court to essentially go along with the initial plea offer in the case, even though the court does not legally have to do that. But I think it's appropriate here and would benefit both Mr. Amory and society if followed. Thank you.
Sir, what would you like me to know?
Well, I'd like you to know that I accept responsibility for the things I've done, and I'm not blaming anyone. And I have bettered myself a lot. And as far as in my son's life, I feel bad about like a lot of the stuff I've done, and then when I get back better, I try to fix it with money, and I realize money is not about to fix a lot of the time and stuff that I missed. So like me, when he just graduated, thank you for letting me be able to go to his graduation. And he has a open house coming up soon. I would like to be able to go to that. I realized that I do need, I went to rehab once here at Holden House in Lansing, Michigan, did it. And that helped me a lot. I haven't been in usage lately. I haven't been in usage. I got picked up on this Clinton County thing. It was messing me up. But basically what I'm saying is I feel like I can do good. And me having this paint job is like a whole new step up. And for me to lose it would be actually a big punch to me. But, you know, I feel like I could really, you know, step it up, pay this stuff off and get back on a good pace of my life. I want to be around for my son's open house and stuff. Really, I feel like I won't be able to get a chance to do that stuff again, but I take responsibility for what I've done, and you know, stepping up to the plate. I'm ready to get this stuff behind me, and yes, man, I'm trying to do better, be a better person, or overall, no more that stealing stuff. That stuff is in the past. I need to work hard to get to what I need, you know, do what I gotta do.
You've been in trouble for 20 years. You were given height of probation to earn a non-public record in 2006, and you were revoked. You didn't give a crap then. You then had a lot of counts that were annihilated. They were dismissed, but you also had a lot embezzlement, disorderly, disturbing the peace, operating while license suspended. Here we have another one that's still pending. Income tax violation, controlled substance, delivery manufacturer. You have got a history here, sir, that you didn't care about your kids, family, or community, and now you want me to care. I let you go to graduation. It isn't once in a lifetime. I'm glad you got employment, but you can get that employment again. They are looking for painters all the time. I see the ads. You owe restitution, so I'd like to put you to work. But sir, you need treatment, and it's not your choice, it's my choice. And this history smacks of prison. It smacks of prison. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
And let me just check this out here. I want to go to the report that has your family here. So your son was 14, so you missed most of his high school, then you got to go to graduation. Is that the only son you have, or are there children for?
That's my only child.
All right. Well, and did you ever pay child support for him?
Yes, I paid child support, and especially to my last job, which was 5 years ago. I was paying child support, but they racked up $220 a week on me for 5 years when I didn't have a job. So it's 880 a month while I didn't work, so that's what racked up a lot of my.
Well, see, sir, it's not that you have a child and then you can be unemployed and not pay. You still owe your fair share. It takes two to play and it takes two to pay. So they can impute income and say, well, he's capable of working, so you still gotta pay. Don't
1,000.
tell me you weren't working and then you couldn't pay, because every parent who doesn't wanna pay for their child will just stop working.
I wanted to pay. I wanted to pay.
Well, for 5 years you didn't work? Where were you?
I was
Using
MIA
that money for
trying.
you were not MIA, sir, let's get real.
I wasn't working.
You weren't working, you were working on your drugs. You were using whatever money you could that you stole from people to use your drugs. Let's be real honest, sir. That's what this history shows. Is there something I missed?
Yes, I was just saying I've been 20 a week without a job charged up, so it added up to a lot, and I didn't have a check coming in. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I got that
I
part.
take
That
responsibility.
was your fault.
Yeah, I take responsibility.
They shouldn't have assigned you zero because you weren't working and you were spending your money on drugs. They were sending you a message, do your job. Do you have an arrears of child support?
Yes, I do. Me and the mother of my child has been working that out as of, I just started working. So she said if I could pay like half of it off, she was gonna help me out so I didn't have to go get in trouble for that. But I've given them some money. I've been doing a little better lately, trying to communicate with them.
So the other issue I have with this report, this old report, it says substance abuse history, no, when it is documented in the report, yes. So that should be a yes. On this other report, the old report, it should say yes. And it looks like cocaine was your drug of choice.
Marijuana and cocaine.
Yeah, marijuana to alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine. Mhm. So here's what we're going to do, sir. I want to be very, very clear with you. You're gonna go to residential treatment. You might not like that, but the other option is prison. So today I'm gonna give you a choice. Residential treatment that you complete, including all aftercare, or you get treated in prison. I understand they have exceptional programming lately. What's your choice, residential treatment or prison?
Residential treatment. Is it possible I could go to a holding house in Lansing, Michigan? I did that before. It's residential.
You can go wherever it is, wherever probation works out, where there's a bed, could be holding house, it could be something else. What I want is a program for you that deals in cocaine. Some are better for meth, some are better for heroin, some are better for cocaine. So if holding house works, great. If not, it would be some other place.
Yeah.
What?
I was gonna ask, because I'm gonna be getting released from Clinton County, probably be here in a couple of days, and then within a week, my son's open house did. So
Don't care.
I was just gonna ask if I
No.
could possibly go to his open
No.
house.
I let you go to graduation. I'm sorry you can't go to the open house. You are gonna miss it if somebody takes the film. That is the price of not prioritizing your community or your child all these years. You should apologize to your son, although I feel like I should. I'm not going to. When you commit these crimes, because seriously, sir, when I looked at your files, I'm thinking prison, prison, prison. You are lucky you're getting residential treatment. You've ignored this court, you've ignored your community, and let me tell you, those drugs you use, you think that your child is going to be immune from being offered those drugs in college? They're gonna be swimming all around them, and you are part of that problem. You want that for your son?
No, ma'am.
Then be the example that you're taking the route of rehabilitation, taking it seriously, that you can make a mistake, but you can make amends. And this is the consequence. As to docket 22227 FH, He'll be on probation for 36 months. As to docket 25-4866FH and 25-4868, he will also be on probation for 36 months. These will run together. On the 227 file, he has credit for 56 days. On the 4866, he has credit for 71 days. And on the 4868, he has credit for 68 days. He will serve 365 days on all three files with credit for those days. The balance is held. If you do poorly, sir, I may use that jail time, but I also may send you to prison. So in lieu of the jail right now, going to jail or prison right now, I am going to send you to residential treatment. Holden House, if they can deal, if that's the best one for cocaine. Otherwise, wherever there's a bed available. If you remain any other days, you'll get credit for those days because you are going right from jail to treatment. You will sign all necessary releases and complete all aftercare as well. I know you said you've been doing better lately, sir, but it is better that you miss your son's graduation party open house than have your son be a regular at the cemetery. Cocaine hurts your body. You don't know if you're gonna take the last hit and die. So you imagine your son grieving over all the time you've missed with him on top of you killing yourself with drugs. And I am certain that if your son were here and I said, you want your dad to come back healed, or you want to go to the open house, he'd want you healed in one piece so that you can enjoy this college graduation, the children he'll bring into the world and the great things he'll do. So hopefully you will strive for the life that God gave you, the greatness you were born to. Otherwise, some cemetery will be happy to bury you, sir. Or some prison will be happy to accept you and try to rehabilitate you where I have failed. Those are the only options, sir. You have choices to make. You shall not use, possess, consume, purchase, or be in the presence of alcohol, illegal drugs, or drug paraphernalia. Nor any weapons, guns, ammunition. You'll not use any object as a weapon. If you have the need for any paraphernalia or drugs, you'll present a prescription from a licensed medical physician. Only use those as prescribed. Alcohol and marijuana included. You may not use them recreationally. However, if there's a prescription, you'll use them as prescribed. You will attend all aftercare from whatever treatment program is found. Holden House is fine, but again, I want the best one for you, and I want it to be long-term residential, including aftercare, which will include AA, NA, or CA, that you will attend at the frequency recommended. You will have a sponsor within 180 days of your release, and the sponsor will have gotten clean and sober by attending one of those programs and be clean and sober for at least 5 years. You will also participate in cognitive behavioral treatment. That should be part of the programming that you are attending, so it can be separate, but it also likely is going to be included in your residential treatment. You will not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with any of your victims. That includes Keisha, KISHANAVAL. And that also includes Heather Abood. And you will not enter any Sparty liquor or 7-Eleven or USA to go, regardless of what the location is. You will not be within 1,000 feet of the victims. That would be Keisha or Heather. and you will not be within 1,000 feet of their residence, school, place of employment, or any known family. I don't know if you know these people or not.
No, I do not.
So what happened, Myers, and they say, hey, it's you, get away from me, because they might recognize you, just do it about face and leave, don't engage.
Okay.
Sir?
I had a question about the last time you put it on the record that I was supposed to receive my things back that was in the car. I just was wondering about if that was still.
If
you
you're
said-
supposed to receive them back and they're not,
That's-
so law enforcement keeps certain things for a certain period, so as soon as you are eligible to receive those, you'll receive them back. I think I did do that prior order, now that you reminded me, I did do that, so I don't know what was in there. Is it anything related to the crimes?
No, it was a lot of my clothes, it was a lot of stuff, I was in that.
Okay,
It was
so-
a lot of my things, so I don't know.
Law enforcement should, return those to you. And Mr. Goodrich, if you want to prepare an order, so we can identify that, or you can take that, that'd be fine, I'd be happy to sign it. You'll obey all court orders and recommendations from all treatment providers, including probation, those become orders of this court. You will not engage in any assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You will not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone housed in the Michigan Department of Corrections without permission of probation, or who's on probation or parole. If you end up working with someone who's on probation or parole, that's fine, but you'll need to let us know, and you all need to be in good standing with the court. You'll contact probation within 24 hours of your release from your residential treatment, and you'll allow probation to residents at any time for probation supervision without a warrant, and submit to a search of your vehicle, cell phone, residence, and computer if there's reasonable cause to believe you have items that might violate the conditions of your probation. You must report any arrest or police contact, loss of employment, or change of residence to probation within 24 hours. Weekends and holidays are accepted, and that includes personal protection order if any is placed on you. So if something happens on a Friday, tell us on Monday, Monday's a holiday, tell us on Tuesday. You will maintain employment. I suspect as soon as you got, you'll be back to that painting job. They're looking for painters. If not, you'll be part of a work seek program, and you will obtain employment through that. Once you're gainfully employed, you will not work less than 30 hours per week unless you become a full-time student. Then it would be 20 hours per week. And you will not give your employer any cause to terminate you. If you want to change employment, you'll first get permission from probation. You will arrange a payment plan for your child support, so we don't end up with another file for non-payment of child support, and pay that regularly. We'll also regularly pay restitution. The restitution is as follows: $260.77 to Keisha, $260.77 to Keisha Naval, Naval. And that will be open for 6 months. In the event she wants to pursue those other costs, or you dispute any of these amounts. As to probation oversight, I'm waiving probation oversight cost, finding that you are indigent. As to crime victims, on each file, you'll pay $130 on each file. And then on the file that is the 4866 file, you'll pay $68 twice because there's 2 felonies, and then on the 4868, you'll pay $68, and then on the 227, you'll pay $68. Those are state costs that are non-waivable. The recommendation here is for TRICAP. You can work with the jail and probation to see if TRICAP's better or Holden House. I only take the position I want what's best for the issues that you have. You will not engage in any criminal activity, nor will you run a business or work for an employer where you have access to funds, credit cards, etc.
I can't have my own business. Like if I was to do lawn care, or painting or something.
Well, we'll talk about that, but if you're taking monies directly from people or using their charge cards, no, not right now. So Maybe you want to have a business manager who does that, but I don't want you with this history here, sir. I would be remiss to say, oh yeah, let's give you people's credit cards. No. But if you have a business manager, you have some protections in place, I'm willing to entertain it. So, but the crimes that you have here of defrauding people, I don't want you to work in any job where it's easy to defraud, overcharge, or have access to checking accounts, charge cards, and the like. Understood, counsel?
Yes.
You can explain that to him further, I know you know what I mean. All right. You will not adulterate any test, you'll be regularly tested. If you are found positive for any alcohol, illegal drugs, then there'll be a secondary test done that you will pay for. And we'll see if it's a positive or a positive negative, and we'll figure that out. Holden House or TRICAP should transport you unless they make an arrangement with the jail for the jail transport. So I don't know, that's between them. Once I sentence you, the jail takes over and they'll figure all that out.
Is Bear River an option?
Bear River is also an option. It's an excellent place as well. So here's the deal, sir. I don't know who has beds open. What I want is the one that's best for your addiction and whatever trauma you've gone through, so you can get it all handled. And there needs to be a bed open. So the sooner we have a bed open, the sooner you get out. So Bear River's good, Holden House is good, TRICAP's good. You're gonna work that out with the people the social workers who know it best.
All right, I'm in Clinton County right now, so I'll just figure that out, I guess.
So, well, Your Honor, your sentence is essentially that he would do 365 days in jail, suspended upon placement in residential treatment.
Yes,
So the sentence would be suspended as soon as, that would essentially create a hold for you from Ingham County. So when you're done in Clinton County, you'd be brought back to Ingham County, and then you'd be sent
For a year?
No.
You would be sent to rehab, and as soon as they find a bed for you, your sentence in Ingham County would be suspended at that moment, so they could send you to residential treatment.
so I'm just holding that jail time. If you wanna commit any other offenses, go AWOL on me, whatever, I could send you to jail. I could also send you to prison. I'm just holding that place card just in case we need it. So you're only doing the necessary time so you can clean up all these matters, and if there's a bed, they'd be transported to. If Ingham and Clinton have an agreement where you can go from Clinton right over to treatment, I'm okay with that, because maybe the judge there will put you in treatment and agree with this. So that would be fine with me too. All right,
I'm
now,
supposed to bond out today, so I might as well just not bond out then.
well, you can't bond out on what I'm doing.
I know I was talking about out of Clinton County.
You can bond out of there if you want. I don't know what you probably want to handle all that, because they'll probably look at this and say, okay. I mean, they usually judges try to marry up things to make it easier for the system and for you. So I don't know. You talk to Mr. Goodrich about that. All right, now, there's other restitution here. Doesn't look like Heather Abood is requesting any, correct?
That is my understanding, Your Honor.
And then on the 227 FH file, the restitution is as follows. A total of $2,993. That breaks down to $1,130 to USA 2 Go. And that's at 4495 West Colt Road. $1,483 to 7-Eleven at 1977 North Aurelius Road. And $380 to Sparty Liquor at 2005 North Eifert Road. If you dispute any of these, we'll have a restitution hearing, and certainly if that other matter comes up and she's requesting that money, we'll have a restitution hearing. I would think that would be warranted. Is there anything I've missed on behalf of the people in regard to either of these?
No, Your Honor. And I do have the nollie on the 22-226 matter.
And I'll be able to sign that, and then I'll give Ms. Wrights in just a moment. Is there anything I've missed?
No, you're.
Any questions, sir?
I'm I'm just a little bit confused. It was just,
About what?
all the talking of the different monetary things. I was just a little bit confused.
The monetary, let me explain the monetary. You stole from people and they're entitled to restitution to make them whole. If you disagree with the amounts, let Mr. Goodrich know.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about, I was talking about like, it said like 260 plus 264 times the 60. I was confused about like a lot of the
The
fees.
$68 is a state cost that.
I didn't, yeah, a lot of those fees, I didn't know. What it was.
Yeah, well,
I didn't know what it was.
I don't hold cases open for that. There's a $68 cost that is a state cost that they impose for each felony that you pled to. So for each felony, you pay $68. And then on each file, there's a crime victims fund that is funded that you help, every felon helps fund at the rate of $130. So you have to pay those. I don't hold files open for that. That's the last thing. You'll pay restitution before and child support before you pay those. Those are the last things you pay, and I don't hold files open for that because I think that the state's a little bit silly on collecting that money from indigents, but that's not my choice, that's theirs. So you have to pay that because that's just the statute. So if that's not a grievance with me, talk about that with your senator or representative.
All right, in the last year, I've done about 6 months in jail for child support, and she just gave me an open thing until September. So if I do.
You'll just arrange whatever child support, whatever the agreement is, the agreement is. I just
She's gonna
want you
put
to
me
pay
back
for
in
it.
jail right when I get out of basically treatment, if I was gonna say. She's gonna put me right back in jail because she did it until September. So I
You
don't,
did what till September?
the person that makes my child support, they put me in jail twice. Like I was supposed to go 1 month. She put 1 month and 2 months in a row, and then I got out, and then she did it again. She put me in jail 2 months in a row. So
Because you
she
haven't
said,
been paid.
so yeah, so she said she messed up, and she's like, well, okay, well, we won't do this again until September. She's like, we're gonna have it open so I can get a job. So she said, but then by then I'll probably get a jail sentence. So if I'm here and then I go.
You're gonna be in treatment probably for 90 days. You just get the documentation, show her you were in treatment. And usually there's an exit plan. So you have a place to live and they'll help you get a job and all of that. So you show that to her. They're gonna probably be really proud of you for doing that and not ding you for it. I would hope not. So, and Mr. Goodrich could have a chat with them, or whoever your lawyer is, can have a chat with them and talk about what happened here. We can get you a copy of the transcripts. There was something else you said that I just thought of. What was it? Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Goodrich, would you like a copy of this transcript sent over to his family court judge or worker?
Your Honor, if not a transcript, just maybe a note that, I mean, even some type of simple communication from your office to the friend of the court that he is going to be in residential treatment for the next, 90 or whatever days.
We'll just send a copy of the court note highlighting that he's going to residential treatment, and hopefully he's not dinged for this. If they have more questions, I'll just have the sentencing part of this sent over. This transcript sent over, and I can have the law clerk talk to, who's the judge? Is it Clayton County or Ingham?
Ingham.
Eaton?
Ingham.
Who's the judge, do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's in this building, we'll figure it out, we'll let them know. Is there anything else? So you'll just arrange a payment plan for child support, the restitution that you owe, you're gonna get a job. If you miss one payment, we'll have it come from a wage assignment. Understand, sir? You got some skill, you went to school, don't you have some college too?
Yes, a little bit.
Well, you could go back to LCC under the Reconnect program for free.
They won't let me get back in school. I've been trying. They will not let me get back in school because I took some of the loan money out and I haven't paid it back. When you get the first money back.
Okay,
So I don't know how to get back in school. I've been trying.
well, LCC has a Reconnect program that's for free. I don't know, there might be a loan forgiveness, you gotta work that out. Maybe you can work a payment plan on that too, sir. You might need to
They say
reach
you have
out
to
to
pay it
this.
fully off. I have to pay it fully off to go back to school.
Okay, well, how much you owe?
I think I only got $7,000 from them.
Okay, well, figure out a payment plan before you know it'll be paid. Maybe you need to work an extra job.
I haven't been able to get any jobs just until recently.
Sir, you can pay, Myers hires felons, there's lots of places, all these warehouses, they pay really well. I mean, there's a lot, I have felons in front of me all day long, every day, and they are employed, and some of them have worse histories than you. There will be people who will hire you, just quit having open files. There's not gonna be someone who hires you so that law enforcement can go on the job on their premises and arrest you. Stay clean, make a commitment to yourself, the community, and your child. Have some respect for yourself, sir. The only one who's failing you is you. Be your own best friend. Look in the mirror every day and say you're worthy of doing better, that you're going to reach for greatness and attain it.
I've been clean the last 6 months. I haven't been using.
Great.
I've not been using any
Well,
drugs.
6 months is gonna turn to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, but we need to see that longevity, because I suspect when times get hard, you turn to drugs. We're gonna change that pattern, but you gotta want it, sir. You have 42 days to appeal and to request appellate counsel. Do you acknowledge receiving your appellate rights?
That was it.
That's what that is. Someday you come back here and show me the great things you're doing, and maybe we'll have a picture of you and your son. How's that? Good luck to you, sir.
So I think what stood out here was that the judge didn't treat fatherhood like it was a magic word. She looked at whether the defendant had actually lived like that responsibility mattered to him. And ultimately, while it was a hard message, I think it was one of the biggest points she tried to get across during the hearing. Curious to know how you see it though, so take a moment and let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, why don't you check out one of the two that are on your screen right now. Thank you for watching.